Hello guys, welcome back again, my channel. So our own president Bola Ahmed Tinubu have been trending. Why has it been trending? Because US court have ordered FBI, DEA to release Tinubu's probe records. So other people are trending for good things, but our own is trending for drug trafficking record. Welcome to Nigeria, where our own president is everywhere because of a drug trafficking record. So there are a lot of headlines. This one said US court orders FBI, DEA to release Tinubu's probe record, and that one says US court orders FBI anti-drug agency to release Tinubu's record, and that one said US court orders FBI, DEA to release records on Tinubu's investigation. So there are a lot of headlines coming up. So this thing is a verified news. It's trending. Our own Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trending because of his past record. So now US court have ordered them to release all the records. And then I went to the comment section. I was saying things like, please don't be fast. I don't know why they want them to be fast, but people are saying, please don't be fast, so we know what to do with our own president of Nigeria. This is what our own people are saying. But before we dive into this topic very well, there's a video I want you to take a listen to, video of Reno or Mokre. Just hear that video for yourself and then judge in the comment section. I'll be you guys in a minute.
All right, Mr. Mokre, let's talking about the opposition. Let's deviate a little bit and get your take on recent reports around claims of drug trafficking and money laundering, of course being tagged to the presidential candidate of the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. With what lens do you view this reports? Let's put it that way, ahead of next year's activities, and what course do you expect events to take during the course of next year?
Look, I went to Chicago myself. Nobody told me I went to Chicago myself. I went to the court where Bola Tinubu had this issue. I went to the Chicago State University. I went there, I saw the documents myself. Bola Tinubu is a known drug lord. I went there. Another person isn't telling me. You see the picture on the screen? I took that picture. If you move to the right, you're going to see me in that picture. Bola Tinubu is a known drug lord. He has this man who is meant to be the Minister of Labour and Productivity, or rather say on productivity, who went on TV to try to hoodwink Nigerians, telling them that the charge against Bola Tinubu was just for tax, that all he paid was tax, that he had nothing to do with drugs. That is a big lie. I have the document here. Nigerians can see it. I hope you can see it on the screen here. I have the document here. It actually says, and if you look at it, it says docket. A docket, and as I'm speaking, your viewers can go on Google and fact check me. A docket is used for a criminal pending. A criminal pending. So you don't use a docket for a civil matter. And then right on the very first paragraph on this docket, it says that this is a forfeiture action under section under 21 USC section 881. USC is the United States Criminal Code. I will say it again. USC is the United States Criminal Code. Now, if you're watching at home, you can go on Google and you can fact check me. The United States Criminal Code is Title 18, USC, United States Criminal Code. And I'm going to read what section 881 of the USC, the Criminal Code, says. Now, this is it. I'm reading it. Nigerians can see it here. This is what I'm reading. It says, the following shall be subject to forfeiture to the United States, and no property rights shall exist in them. All monies, negotiable instruments, securities, or other things of value furnished or intended to be furnished by any person in exchange for a controlled substance or listed chemical in violation of this subchapter, all proceeds traceable to such an exchange, and all monies, negotiable instruments, and securities used or intended to be used to facilitate any violation of this subchapter. The word used there is controlled substances. Now, for Nigerians who may not understand this, a controlled substance are what they call narcotics, hard drugs. In this case, it was white heroin. Bola Tinubu was involved in a white heroin cartel. And he was the treasurer of that cartel. And then he put some monies into an account. He was working for Mobile. And as he was working for Mobile, his salary was $2,400. Yet he paid in a total of $1.4 million into several accounts. Now, he was asked to explain how he got those monies. He could not explain how he got those monies. So So one of those accounts, the money's in there, $460,000. It was forfeited to the United States government. It was not taxed. Now, there is only one agency of the United States government that has been given the authority to take forfeited amount, and that is the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. If you look at the case of the U.S. state, the state versus Ishmael Zambalda, who was the leader of the Sinaloa drug cartel, the exact same language that was used in this docket is the exact same language that was used for that man, Ishmael Zambalda. And if you're watching me, you can Google it. That it says that you agree to forfeit $5 million to the United States. Word for word with what was used for Bola Tinubu. The only difference is the amount. Bola Tinubu forfeited $460,000. Ishmael Zambalda forfeited $5 million. But the source of the money came from the same place, drugs.
Yeah, but let me come in very quickly. So some people, of course, of the school of thought will say to you, forfeiture is in fact a civil proceeding, not a criminal proceeding. What do you say to that? Also, an indictment is an allegation. And not a conviction. There is that school of thought around it. Does it hold any weight for you?
No, I have a master's in law from the United Kingdom. You know, the man who came to speak, what's his name, Festus Keyamo. And look, the Legal Practitioners Privileges Council, they have to sanction Festus Keyamo because what he did was either very dishonest or very ignorant or both. And you've got foreign embassies who are watching this and they have equivalent titles to the senior advocate of Nigeria. If they watch on television this man speaking so ignorantly and so dishonestly, they're going to tell their own governments that, listen, we need to stop having equivalency with the senior advocate of Nigeria because standards have dropped. A forfeiture flows from look, you can have forfeiture in a civil matter, which is rare, but most forfeitures will flow from a criminal charge. Most forfeitures will flow from a criminal charge, and you also have it here in the EFCC in Nigeria. You can check it in the EFCC in Nigeria. You have several governors who have gone to jail. I don't want to mention their names because I don't want to hurt their families, but they forfeited their houses, they forfeited monies in their accounts to the federal government through the EFCC. It's the same thing with the United States. It wasn't a civil matter. I mean, I just showed you the docket. I mean, I hope your cameras can catch it. If you're watching me on at home, go on Google. Don't take my word. Assuming Reverend Omokri is lying to you, check the word docket. A docket is not used for a civil matter. This is a criminal matter. Look at it here. You know, it says there, you know, I'm going to read it for you. Docketed July 28th. And then it says that verified complaint of forfeiture. Is a complaint used in a civil matter? So, I mean, these people, they are trying to hoodwink Nigerians. They are trying to pull the wool over the eyes of Nigerians. And it's so disappointing
Alright guys, welcome back. I believe you watched that video. You saw the video where that same person that was supporting Tinubu now once criticized Tinubu that he is not fit to be called president, that he had a past record of drug trafficking, that he himself had a proof of that. But all of a sudden, he became Tinubu ally. So the United States District Court in Colombia have ordered the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, and the Drug Enforcement Administration, that is the DEA, to release records relating to the criminal investigation of President Bola Tinubu over alleged drug trafficking. Judge Bore Howe, in a ruling dated April 8th, which can be found on the court website, directed both agencies to search for and process non-exempt records tied to Freedom of Information Fact, the FOIA, a request filed by American researcher Aaron Greenspan. Greenspan, founder of illegal transparency platform Plainsight, has submitted 12 Freedom of Information Act requests between 2022 and 2023, seeking information on a Chicago drug ring that operated in the early 1990s. So this investigation, they want to bring it back, something that happened in 1990. So this our president have been alleged to be a drug trafficker, and he emerged the winner of Nigerian presidents. Like, how did we get to this level? So his request included the records of Tinubu and 3 others: Lee Andrew Edward, Mauz Adebayega Akande, and Abiodun Agbele. So the FBI and the DEA had previously issued global responses, a refusal to confirm or deny the existence of requested record, but the court ruled that such responses were improper in this case. So the FBI and the DEA have now been ordered to conduct a search and release non-exempt materials, while the parties are to report back to the court on this case status by May 2, 2025. So May will make it 2 years of Tinubu in office. The same May, they're going to probe his past illegal act of drug trafficking. So the judgment read: the FBI and DEA have both officially confirmed investigation of Tinubu relating to drug trafficking ring. Oh God. Any privacy interest implicated by the FOIA requests to the FBI and the DEA for record about Tinubu are overcome by the public interest in release of such information, since the FBI and the DEA have provided no information to establish that a recognizable privacy interest exists in keeping secret and the fact that Tinubu was a suspect of criminal investigation. Everything that this our president is linked to is criminal, corruption, illegal activities. Imagine being the leader of a country, but you have a past record of illegal activities of drug trafficking. Take your time and go through P2B past. You will never see him linked with any illegal or criminal activities or corruption. And then some people are saying that P2B is not fit to rule Nigeria. By the way, I'm not talking about P2B in this video. This is about Tinubu. So they have failed to meet their burden to sustain their global responses and provide an additional reason why these responses must be lifted. The court upheld the CIA's global response after the Grespan considered that the agency had acknowledged the existence of response records. The judge ruled, for the reasons discussed above, plaintiff is entitled to summary judgment as to each of the 4 global responses asserted by defendants FBI and DEA, while defendant CIA is entitled to summary judgment since its global responses was properly asserted. So this actually saying that they've given a license to the FBI and DEA. We should have a thorough investigation on our president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, of his past record of drug trafficking ring. So our old leaders, other people are being celebrated for changing their country with good reputation, but our own is only bad reputation. You know that Tinubu have once ranked the 3rd most corrupt leader in the whole world. That's where we have linked, and that's why they will never take Nigeria serious, because since our leaders are corrupt and criminals, they cannot take us serious. So let me get to the video in the comment section. By the way, I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned, guys.